This week's edition of Grappler's Keep is brought to you once again by Diet Water. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. And now that Labor Day weekend is here and college football is back on the scene, whether you're out camping for that one last great summer 3-day holiday weekend, whether you're out there tailgating with your friends to celebrate for your alma mater or whatever alma you're choosing to root for this weekend, or if you're just kicking back and relaxing while everyone else goes out and does the stupid wild stuff, make sure you keep yourself well taken care of and well hydrated. And the best way to do that is with that one product that has all of that great water taste, but still only half of those dreaded water calories. The one, the only Diet Water. This product's only available in stores where it is sold. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on this wherever you are time zone wise on this island Earth. This is Kentucky Hawkeye KY Hawkeye. Happy Labor Day weekend to all of you here in the U.S. Happy Saturday to you. Otherwise, anyone for those living anywhere else, as it is Saturday night, which means it's time once again for Grappler's Keep, our WWE 2K25 universe, where a number of characters from all of your favorite tabletop RPG genres compete in a ring that we call the Dice Tray. We are just a couple of weeks away from our first premium live event of the season. That would be the Bag of Holding. This is our equivalent to the Money in the Bank briefcase that they use on WWE. There will be a number of men and a number of women competing in a ladder match. Whoever climbs the ladder and gets the Bag of Holding off the hook will be holding in their hands a signed contract that guarantees them a title shot for the Master of Melee or the Lady of Valor championships anytime, anywhere they want. So, that is quite the prize to get a hold of. We saw it used very effectively last season, and we'll see if who is able to win it this time around. Whoever are the top ranked competitors, they will get there. So, how they do this week and next week could have a factor on who makes it and who does not. So, without any... Oh, and by the way, did I forget to mention, Rufus Combs, last time we streamed, defended the men's Hunter's Mark. He bore it for the fourth time in a row, successfully. Therefore, tonight, in our main event, he cashes in the Bag of Holding to challenge Novar Xanatrone for the men's Master of Melee Championship. Will Rufus take the belt away from Novar? Will Novar be able to hold onto it yet again? Will either of them be able to hold onto it after the Bag of Holding goes into play in 2 weeks for the premium live event? Only way to find out. And without any further ado, since we used all the ado making dinner last night, let's go ahead and get things started. Dare to enter the Dice Tray? Welcome to Grappler's Keep. All right, let's go ahead and... Oh, I don't see any audio coming through on here. Of course, the game doesn't have any audio, but let me make sure something is not messed up. Nope, everything is set correctly. So, let's go ahead and get things started. Our match card tonight, we have a full one. Starting it off in the women's division will be Komona versus Neil Caillo. And my controller just shut off. Let's do the try this again. In men's singles action, we have Rulem going up against Callius Lucidus. In women's tag team action, we have the Hag Sisters going up against Anarchy. In men's tag team action, we have the Demolition Squad going up against the Lucha Gnomes. Lorana had her first successful defense of the Hunter's Mark last week. She will try to do it a second time, this time up against Annabelle Dukes out of the dreaded faction known as Fatal Attraction. In men's tag team action, we have the back alley boys going up against the Brotherhood of Cthulhu. In women's singles action, we have new look Feline Locke going up against Goldie Boone with Wandering Silence, her manager, there at her side. In women's tag team action, we have Thrill and Chill going up against Paws and Claws. And in our main event, Rufus, as mentioned earlier, Rufus Combs has successfully borne the Hunter's Mark 4 times in a row for the men. And with that, that means he gets to cash that belt in tonight and get a title shot at the Master Melee Championship against the current reigning champion, Novar Xanatrone, one of the members out of Team Chemo. So those are our matches here tonight. Let's go, let's hit the right buttons here. Let's go ahead and head to Diet Water Arena and get things started. This is going to be an interesting matchup. They've had a few good ones here before in the past. Kimona out of the superhero genre of RPG gaming, and Nael Caillo out of the sci-fi realm. Both very accomplished records last year, did very well. Both of them had stints with the Women's Hunter's Mark. So but a victory here could help them get a shot at the Bag of Holding in 2 weeks. That all-important chance to get a women's championship. So let's go ahead and go to Diet Water Arena and get things started. As you see, we have a new look for Diet Water Arena here. We did some remodeling so the videos would work. And as far as we know, we have all the entrances working correctly now.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, from Neo Osaka, Green Hero!
Omona, the green member of the Lightning League, the world famous superhero crew, making her way down. More of a laid-back, relaxed, not quite as gung-ho entrance as she's had in the past, but she says she feels calm, she feels secure in everything that she does out there, so she doesn't need to be too flashy, just needs to make it happen inside the ring. She has her goal set on trying to get that Lady of Valor belt. Currently held by Cheryl Aranoma. She's just about set and ready to go. Triumphant pose as ever. It looks like she is set to go. And here comes her opponent.
And her opponent from out of this world,
Neo Caillo. She is from Ganymede, one of the moons around Jupiter. As you can see, she doesn't have eyes like we do. She does not see like we do. She uses psionics to see everything around her. She says that's gives her an advantage there in the ring as opposed to just using normal sight. It has served her well. She did very well last year. At least 2, if I recall correctly, terms with the Hunter's Mark. Was not able to catch it in for a championship belt, but had some good runs with it and some good victories otherwise. Looking forward to this. This should be a good match. Both these like to go to the sky. Both of them can be quite aerial, so this could be quite a high-flying match, so to speak. So it looks like we're set and ready to go. There's the bell, and here we go. And Kimona gets a big quick forearm smash. Now we got a collar elbow hookup going on. And Kimona just pushes Neil off. Comes in with a big kick and a big face plant straight down. Kimona going after Neil quickly here. They lock up again. And this time Neil gets the advantage. He's got the headlock going. Kimona trying to find a way out. Tries to spin out. Nope. And now Neil's got a nice arm bar going, pressing right on that shoulder, forcing her almost all the way down to the mat. Now be able to get back up onto a knee again. Struggling to get her vertical base back. Now is able to literally punch her way through. And they hook up again. And now Kimona has the advantage and pushes Neil into the ropes. Ref's trying to get a clean break, and we get one, and Neil comes right in with a quick slap to the face, wraps her up, nails down the back, goes for a landslide for the pin. Ref seems to be taking her time, doesn't even get the count off. Didn't matter, Neil got out quickly anyway. Big running knee from Kimona, and now she's going up to the air, but Neil's right back up. Kimona leaps out of the way. Looks like Neil may hurt herself. Nope, she was faking it. Nice little Hurricane Rana. And now a spinning splash there. Big stomp to the gut. Leaps over, goes for a senton of sorts. Looks like she almost missed, but did make contact. Goes for a pin, but only a 1 count. Pulls her up by the head, and now a big kick to the back. Neil trying to keep things going here. Kimona back up to her feet, now whipped into the ropes. Drops down, leapfrogs over. Set and right into another Hurricane Rana. Kimona pulls herself up on the ring apron outside the ring, and a big shoulder spear there, knocking her down onto the Eldritch Blast safety mats there outside the ring. Now goes outside with her stomp to the head, now stomp to the leg, flips her back down, moves her back over, grabs the leg, and a stump puller the wrong way. Comes back into the ring as the count only goes to 2. Kimona slowly gets to her feet, trying to get her bearings. As Kimona watches, now she leaps over. Spin splash misses. Kimona saw it coming. Now ripcords her right into a forearm smash. Now stomp of her own, grabs the legs. Big stomp right on the solar plexus and just walks right over. Big kick to the back. Flips her over, now stomp to the back of the head, it looks like. Neil pops up back to her feet, and they come back in. And Kimona's ready. Forearm strikes, throws her down. Throws her down again. And now going for the hair pull. Not a lot of their hair there, but she can get a hold of those twin row mohawks and was able to get some. Now pulls her away from the ropes. Leaping body splash. 3, she hits the Emerald Strike. And the 3 count and the win goes to Kimona.
Here is your winner, Green Hero.
Tough match there. Both went at it very physical, very heavily on. Didn't see as much of the aerial stuff as we anticipated. But a good match nonetheless, a great way for us to start. And now let us move on to our first men's match of the night. We have Rulem out of the Superhero. We have Superhero versus Sci-Fi once again with Rulem out of the Superhero realm going up against Callius Lucidus out of Sci-Fi. Let's head right back to Diet Water Arena.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from out of this world, weighing in at 270 pounds,
Rulem came to this world. Thought he had joined up with a bunch of superheroes. Turns out they were villains. Found out too late, and now he's paying his debt to society and all the fines and his punishments and all that. And part of that is community service time here in Grappler's Keep. Had a did well for himself last season. New look to the suit, new look, new energy, and he's ready to go. And here comes his opponent.
From out of this world, weighing in at 215 pounds, Speedy Luke Sinister.
All right, Callius Lucidus, sci-fi realm. He is from the Delta Quadrant. His ship accidentally crashed here on Earth while he was exploring the Milky Way. And unfortunately, his technology is way more advanced than ours, and there's no one on the planet, literally, that can repair his ship. So while he waits for someone to come find him or for our technology to catch up, he finds himself here in Grappler's Keep. These two have met before several times. This should be a good matchup here, and we are ready to go. And Callius wastes no time. Runs in, gets the quick strike, now big stomp, measures him out, and a big knee drop onto Rulem. Now going for the shoulder stretch, pulling on that shoulder. Flips him back over, up, back prone again, pulls him up, and a knee drop right to the back of the head. Going right after him now, the Fujiwara armbar locked in. Gonna try and make the big guy submit, but he just rolls out. Gut wrenches his way free, gets that arm loose. Now goes right after Callius. Hard whip into the corner. Rulem throws him in face first. Now wraps that arm around the rope, pulling on it hard. Big stomp to the chest. And now the boot rakes across the forehead, into the corner, and a big running knee shot. Springboards up. Nice moonsault from the springboard from the second rope, but only a one count. Callius back to his feet, comes in with some chops. He's going for a little bit power play here. That's not his normal style. Now he's waiting for Rulem to get to his feet. He really relies on an aerial bat. Now, there we go. Flying forearm. Didn't hit completely, but enough to knock Rulem onto his back. Goes in now. Locks in, puts the headlock in, goes at the headstand, and now cranks it back down. Releases it. See what he's got planned here next. Pulls him up. And pulls him up right into a single knee code breaker to the face. Callius feeling it right now. He's got control of Rulem right now. Has him up on the shoulder. Kind of a modified pile driver straight down. And goes for a shoulder block but misses. But comes right back after him. Rulem still not 100% yet. And now gets lifted up and a backdrop right onto the ring apron. Pulls him up to his feet. Throws Rulem back inside. Springboard body splash. Right off the top rope. Pulls Rulem up to his feet again, wraps him up. Nope, Rulem reverses it, and Callius goes out onto the ring apron. Big punches, now Callius comes back. Oh, nicely executed drop kick by Rulem. He's not just power, he can be athletic as well. As the count starts, Callius taking his time, working his way around. Rulem comes after him, and Callius tried to sneak up, did not work. Got a running knee instead, and now a knee into the ham, another knee into the leg, a third. Pulls him up to his feet once again, wraps him up, throws him right back into the ring. Has him up, and a single leg. Nope, he's just going to stomp him into the mat. All power there. Now he's waiting for Callius to get to his feet. What does he have planned here? Leaps over, gets him with the forearm, and now goes for the pin. But only a 2 count, not enough. And now the stomping begins again. Right on that chest, those arms held out to block any protection. And now the ground and pound begins. The power game. Oh, and he walks, going for the power ground and pound again, but walks right into a quick kick from Callius. Gets a strike in, goes for a springboard maneuver here, but Rulem stops him, picks him up, pop-up forearm right to the face. Callius trying to get to his feet. Wrapped up by Rulem again. Nope. Callius gets his way free. Now goes up, tries to get a shot in from behind, but Rulem blocks it, gets in a quick kick, pulls him up. Hard whip into the ropes. Went for a spear of some sort, but Callius blocked it, goes up, spins around, goes for the pin. Went for the orbital, went for modified Frankensteiner and almost worked, and now he hits the crash landing. Pulls him up, big body slam, grabs the leg for the pin, and Rulem kicks out. Callius waiting for Rulem to get to his feet. Tries again from behind, nope, Rulem was ready. Kick to the leg from behind, wraps him up. He might be going for the dethroner right here. Nails it. Hooks the leg. And it's enough to take Callius out. And despite massive effort there by Callius Lucidus, the victory goes to Rulem. Big win there for Rulem here tonight. Might help him get him a shot at that bag of holding briefcase. Now we got women's tag team action here. We have the Hag Sisters. Crazy May, along with her her big sister Devious Dora, will be going. They are both out of the fantasy realm. They will be both going in against our women's tag team out of the post-apocalyptic realm, and that would be the team of Anarchy, Wicked, and Spectre. Both of these teams, you're not going to see massive amounts of technical stuff here. You're going to see mostly a lot of high-powered power wrestling here, so this should be an interesting matchup. You probably see maybe a little bit more technical from Dora and Spectre, but we'll see what happens as we go back to Diet Water Arena. The lights go out. There's Crazy May Lard Ladle and her big sister, Devious Dora Drek.
Is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Making their way to the ring, Crazy May, Lars, Lady, and Devious Doris Drake, the Bad Girls.
They are the Hag Sisters, making their presence known here in the keep. Crazy May seems to be lost in the stars above. Dora's got the more serious look going on her face right now. Now they return to the ring. Dora getting Crazy May up and ready to go. Take their time entering the ring. Looks like they're ready to go. Crazy May looks like she's almost like she's tripping out on something, but we can guarantee you she's not. She passes all the drug tests. So, yeah, now looks like they're set and ready to go, and here come their opponents. Out of the apocalyptic wasteland, riding in the rust bucket, driven by Spectre, Wicked in the back. They are the women's Queens of the Keep Tag Team Champions. They are the team known as Anarchy. Wicked, when not finding trouble, trouble always finds her. The problem with that is she likes trouble. And Spectre is here to keep Wicked out of trouble and out of the wastelands. Savant with all kinds of vehicles. It's amazing what she does to keep that rust bucket going. As Wicked does what she can to get the crowd up and going, they won the Tag Team Championships at Dice Mania. Our season-ending event looks like it's going to be Dora going up against Wicked to start off. There's the bell, and here we go. And Dora goes right after Wicked. No fear there. Oh, that big roundhouse kick looks like it got her on the chin. Brings her down. Ooh, massive stomp to the face. She figures out what she wants to do next. Wicked gets back up to her feet. Wicked reverses it into the corner. Goes Dora. Wicked wraps the leg around the rope. Undefended free kick there. Springboards into a drop kick. Caught Dora totally by surprise. Pulls her back up. Wraps her up. Nice snap suplex. And right now it's all Wicked, but she walks right into a quick kick. Dora tries to get a forearm shot in. Wicked blocks it. Now finds herself whipped into the ropes. And a nice running drop kick there by Wicked. Big stomp. Crazy May looking for a tag, but Dora can't get there. Wicked has her cut off. Series of strikes here. Spectre gets one in from behind and now goes up. Spins it around. But nice rolling leg scissor pin attempt there by Dora. Caught Wicked by surprise. Didn't get a count, but definitely reverses things. Now a knee lift by Dora. And with that, she'll make the tag. And in comes Crazy May. Wicked leaps for a tag as well. And now with Spectre in with Crazy May. Crazy May goes all over. And now Spectre reverses things and hits the jawbreaker. Grabs her by the legs. Double leg drop right up the middle. Now another kick to the face. Runs into the ropes. Thought she was going for a leg drop. Turned it into a senton and running senton instead. And gets a 2 count. Spectre's being a whirling dervish here at the moment. Another stomp. Double axe handle, the back of the head. Pulls her up to her feet. And now May's whipped hard into the corner. Quick tag. Wicked's coming back in. Sending her up for the ballistic missile. Hits the shoulder block. Wicked goes up, second rope. Elbow drop from the second rope. Now goes for the pin. And Divas Dora is there to save her sister. Wicked chases her off. Goes back after Crazy May. Gets the quick kick in and now tries to get some offense going of her own. Whipping Wicked hard into the corner. Almost bounced her all the way back out again. Now Crazy May's going up second rope behind her. Has her wrapped up. A dragon sleeper just holding her in the air. Nasty maneuver there by Crazy May. Big knee shot, wraps the arm around. She's got a Gamora lock put in there, but but Wicked's able to get to the rope. Forces the break. That could have been deadly for her. Wraps her around. Kind of a part sleeper hold, part neck breaker. And now Wicked goes for the rollover here. Crazy May flips it back. Now it's Wicked has her down. The ref trying to get counts in, but they changed too quickly. And now Wicked breaks out of it. Crazy May with a leaping punch there. As Wicked down, and now she's going to go and tag, it looks like. Wicked waits, and here comes Devious Dora. Dora goes up for a drop kick, but Wicked breaks that up and just whips Dora all the way across town to the other corner. Quick tag. Spectre comes back, going to come back in. Snapmare, double snap, and an elbow drop from the top. And now Spectre takes over. The ref chases Wicked out. Rolls Dora on her back. Running knee shot there from Spectre. Goes for the pin. Only a 1 count. She thought she had it there. Pulls her up to her feet once again. Massive strikes there. All over the place. Spins it around. Spinning tornado DDT there. She celebrates. It's giving Dora a chance to make it to the corner for a tag. She leaps and gets it. And in comes Crazy May, who just bowls Spectre over. You got to be careful when you celebrate like that. That allows for a tag. And now massive crossfaces by Crazy May, going all MMA over her. Big stomp to the back of the head. Now whips her into the corner. Low drop kick to the legs, right below the knee. Holds the arm down. And now stomping on the hands. Massive damage going on there. Grabs the legs. Whips them around. Next, some sort of figure 4 stump puller there. That could have been hazardous to Spectre's health. Holding the hand down and then stomping with the other foot. Wraps her up, fireman's carry. Spins her around, big slam there, almost like a Samoan drop. Goes for the pin, but there's Wicked for the save. And now Crazy May goes after Wicked, brings her up. And she tried to cast the Fey Realm on her. Broke it up, the ref broke it up because she's not the one in there. So now she goes after Spectre, that low drop kick again. Despite her size, Crazy May is quite athletic. Wicked is out at the moment. Crazy May goes after her. She sneaks in a quick kick, now gets out. Crazy May back to her feet, and now back after Spectre, who still hasn't recovered. Scraping the dust off her sandals, literally. Now goes back after Spectre again. Gut wrench lift. Into a suplex, still has her. She's gonna go for a second gut wrench suplex. Measures her out, a big stomp to the face, another one. Pulls her up. And now has both arms on, but she stomps on the chest. And with that, she'll tag, bring in Dora, possibly to finish things off. Spectre up to her feet, but walks right into a big forearm smash there. Forearm to the back, up and over the ropes onto the Eldritch Blast safety mats. Goes after Wicked. Another strike. Drop kicks her off onto the Eldritch Blast safety mats. And Dora's just going to stand and wait to see if either of them goes up, it looks like. Now she's going up top rope. Goes after Spectre, a body splash, but misses. Spectre, can she take advantage? She tries to. Has her up on the shoulder. And Snake Eyes right onto the ring apron. Throws Dora back in. Miscalculation, and the whole momentum of the match has shifted. Dora tries to roll away, but Spectre's got her. Wraps her up. Had her in the hot wire. But could not get the submission. Dora fights her way out now. Whipped into the rope, hits the ref instead. Not good positioning by the ref there. Spectre still going at it on her. Throws her down. Springboard foot stomp right to the gut. Hooks the leg. Goes for the pin. Dora kicks out before they even get the 1 count. Spectre looks at her tag team partner, seeing if she's ready for a tag in. Has her hooked up. Nice double hook suplex. Dora rolls out of the ring. She will now tag, bring in Wicked. As Dora makes her way back in. And Wicked rushes in, only get a drop kick from Dora. Pulls Wicked up. Series of kicks there. Measures kicks all over the place, and now she will tag and bring in Crazy May. Pulls her up. Goes for the neck twist, but nope. Wicked gets the elbow in instead. Hard whip into the corner, hits the ref, but she goes up Hurricane Rana anyway. Makes a quick change. Crazy May rolls outside of the ring, comes back in. There's the tag. Spectre coming in. Wraps her up. And nice little slam there. Goes for a drop kick to chase Dora off, who interrupts the pin. He went for the cannonball there, almost got it. Keeps the strikes going. Crazy May blocks that one. Now will whip into the ropes. Drops down. Nice one-armed over-the-shoulder throw, showing some strength there. He's going to go for that gut wrench again. Has her. Still has a hold of it. He's going to go for a second. Please, can I have another? Yes, you may. And now what's Crazy May showing how crazy she is. She's going up top rope. Waits for Spectre to get to her feet, and a massive double axe handle shot into the ropes. But the ref gets in the way, and she sees the tag coming, and here comes Wicked. Goes right after her, though, wraps her up, and she's casting the Fey Realm. She has the sleeper locked in. Spectre nowhere to be seen. Desperate elbows. Is able to bridge over, going for the pin. May has to let go. Now Wicked goes up. Nice Hurricane Rana there. Measures things out, but Crazy May rolls outside the ring. Wicked with the suicide dive through the ropes. We got a great match going here, everyone. Pulls her up to her feet. Wraps her up. Spins and hits the A-bomb on her. Now just leaves her on the Elder Splash safety mats. Nope, she's climbing up top. And a swanton bomb from the top rope. Throws her back in. Now goes after Devious Dora, who is going to try to interfere on behalf of her tag team partner. Hits her with the Baron boot. And now Crazy May back to her feet. And the Baron boot again from Wicked. Goes for the pin. Dora nowhere in sight for the save. And this could be it. It is. Showing why they are the Queens of the Keep Tag Team Champions. Spectre fetches the rust bucket once again. And another big victory there for Anarchy. Non-title match, but showing why they are our current champions. Climbs into the back of the rust bucket. And off they go again. Big victory for the champions here tonight. All right, the ladies have thrown down the gauntlet with the tag teams matches here so far. Tonight, let's see if the men can do the same. Our other post-apocalyptic team, the Demolition Squad, Scooter and Chaos, will be going up against our Lucha Gnomes, our luchadors out of the fantasy realm, Zarzer Dark Belt and Trebar Twinback. This should be an interesting matchup. Definitely contrast in styles here. Power versus the lucha style of wrestling. Let's head right back to Diet Water Arena while I get a drink of Diet Water. Coming out first, Chaos on the left. He's the bodyguard for Scooter. Self-proclaimed Baron of the Wasteland, who says he and his bodyguard Chaos were chased out of the post-apocalyptic wastelands. They are getting gear as they prepare to head back.
Tag team match scheduled for one fall. On their way to the ring, and a combined weight of 525 pounds. Terry and Chaotic Demolition.
They are the Demolition Squad. Both into the power game. Scooter has the technical skills to go along with. Chaos is another one of those anomalies, one of those big guys who's quite athletic. But they will have their hands full. The slightly smaller targets that they will be locking in on here tonight. I've got to fix Scooter. He's missing something on his outfit. I discovered it. And here come their opponents. Our Lucha Gnomes. Those are in Treyback. They are gnomes, and yes, gnomes are normally shorter, but this is the smallest I can make it.
366 pounds.
Alright, something with the announcement is messed up there. Definitely embrace the luchador style, all that high-flying action. Their smaller size makes them perfect for this kind of style of wrestling. So it'll be interesting to see how well they can counteract the power game, especially that of Chaos. And looks like it'll be Chaos starting off first up against Zalzer. There's the bell, and here we go. And Chaos going right for the power right away. Looks like he wants to go for a choke slam to start. Nope. Punch to the gut sends him flying. Another big strike, another one, and down goes Zalzer. He stands over him, just standing on him. Kick to the back. Pulls him up to his feet. Another series of strikes and a massive headbutt. Down he goes. Okay, I've softened him up for you. Here you go, Scooter, as he tags in his partner. Zalzer just now getting to his feet. Quick strike there from Scooter again. And now whip all the way across town into the corner. One place he doesn't want to be. Here's a quick tag. Setting them up on the top turnbuckle. See what they got planned here. Double drop, shoulder drop from the top rope there. Big stomp now just pulls him up by the head in an old-fashioned veal throw across to the ropes. Steps over and out. What's he got planned? What's he planning on doing here? He's going up top. Double axe handle, he misses. Zalzer rolls out of the way, gets a forearm shot in the back, hard into the corner. Tries to go in, but Chaos comes right back. Elbow to the nose. And Zalcer getting some strikes in, catching Chaos by surprise, spinning around. Tornado DDT brings him down. The bigger they are, the harder they DDT. Waiting for him to get to his feet. Let's see what Zalcer's got planned. Springboard body splash misses. Chaos takes advantage. Hard whip into the corner. And Zalcer's in the one place he doesn't want to be. Zalcer isn't. There's a tag, double whip into the ropes. Huge double back body drop. Scooter goes for something. Zalcer gets up. In with the strikes. Zalcer yet to tag out. And himself looked like it was an inverted DDT. I was kind of blocked by the camera shot here. Nice counter there by Zalcer. He's going for a quick pin. Caught Scooter by surprise. Has him in the corner. Big kick to the gut. And with that, he will make the tag. And in comes his partner, Trebar. Scooter ready for him. Big flurry of kicks there. Also tries to strike in a cheap strike in there, but misses. Here's the tag, and Chaos comes in. Trebar back to up to his feet, goes up, wheelbarrow, right into a DDT again, going right for the leg hook. But only a 1 count. Pulls him up to his feet. Hard whip into the corner. Quick tags, Zalcer coming back in. Double snapmare. Double kicks. Wheelbarrow up into a senton. And now Zalcer goes up. Some kind of modified moonsault, now a leaping elbow drop. And now Zalcer's taking the top turnbuckle off. Don't know if the ref saw it or not. Chaos comes up to his feet. Torpedo drop kick from the top. Now we'll tag in Trebar. Chaos makes it to the tag, and here comes Scooter. Flurry kicks. Nice enziguri. Scooter back up to his feet, and now Trebar whips him into the ropes, drops down. Basement drop kick right to the knees. Waiting for Scooter to get to his feet. Springboards off into a Hurricane Rana. Grabs the legs. Leg drop right up the middle. Pulls him up to his feet. Big strike there. Wraps around. Has him hooked in. Inverted double DDT straight back down. And with that, here's the tag. Zalcer comes in. Scooter up on his feet. He goes up. Hurricane Run in the ropes. Looks like we're going to go for the gnome splash here. Spins around. Hits it. Wastes no time. Goes right for the pin. But kicks out at 2. Almost had him right there. Pulls him up to his feet. The ref is replacing the turnbuckle. Scooter in control now. Schoolboy roll up, but the ref doesn't see it. Zalcer kicks out. That would have been close to 3. Now the ref's back in. The turnbuckle replaced. And now Zalcer again whipped in, and a big forearm strike by Chaos. Ref let it go for whatever reasons. Now the big stomps by Scooter. And Zalcer rolls out of the corner. Elevatory fist in the air as Zalcer crawls to the corner. Scooter gonna let him tag? Kind of just watching. He really doesn't care. And now Trebar comes in. Big series of strikes. Maybe Scooter got a little overconfident. Nice shot there. Now Trebar celebrates, makes the same mistake as Chaos tags in. He celebrates but walks right into a big kick. Has him up. Hits the Gnome Destroyer. Hooks the leg for the pin. And a 2 count. The Gnomish Destroyer almost took out Chaos. Big flurry of kicks here. Chaos not able to get anything started. Now gets an opening. Gets the strike in. Whips him up onto the shoulder. Big body slam straight down. Pulls him up to his feet once again. Hard whip into the corner. Big forearm strike. There's the tag. Scooter coming in, holding him up. Massive drop there. Hooks the leg for the pin, but Salser's there for the quick save. He saw his teammate was in trouble. Scooter pulls him up to his feet. Hard whip back into the corner again. Another quick tag. Chaos coming in. They're going to set that same move up again. I guess they're going to call that the Gnome Killer. That's what they're hoping. Here's the pin. And Traybar somehow kicks out. You can see the surprise on Chaos's face there. Wraps him up. Hard whip into the corner again. Another quick tag. Here comes Scooter. Double whip into the ropes and that huge double back body drop. Traybar leaps, gets the tag as Scooter celebrates. And here comes Traybar. Hits the Spinnerina. And Traybar distracts Chaos. And out of nowhere, Zalcer hits the Spinnerina. And the victory goes to the Luchino. Can't take your eyes off of the gnomes. They will strike when you least expect it. It's that Spinnerina out of nowhere. Scooter was nowhere ready for it. And 3 count later, and the victory goes to the Luchinomes. Now we have our first title match of the night. This is for the Women's Hunter's Mark. For those of you not familiar with Grappler's Keep, the Hunter's Mark is our traveling championship, or fighting championship. It is defended every time we have a stream, kind of like the old internet and television championships back in the old territory days of professional wrestling. So the way this belt works, you get the Hunter's Mark by defeating the person who is wearing it. Then you have to bear the Hunter's Mark every time we have a wrestling stream, whether it is a regular event like this or a premium live event like the Bag of Holding that's coming up in just a couple of weeks. If you successfully bear the Hunter's Mark 4 matches in a row, you can do like what Rufus Combs is going to be doing tonight, and you can cash that in for a title shot. This will be Lorana's second time bearing the Hunter's Mark. She'll be doing it against a very formidable opponent, Annabelle Dukes, out of the women's faction known as Fatal Attraction. So let's head back to Diet Water Arena for our first title match of the night.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Women's Internet Fighting Championship.
Let's see who comes out first. It is the challenger, Annabelle Dukes, from the noir realm of RPGs. She is the toughest person on the east side of town. She runs a speakeasy known as the Fresh Fantasy. She's held the Hunter's Mark. She knows how important it is to have that belt, and nothing she would like better than get one of the women's championship belts in the possession of Fatal Attraction, the faction she's a part of, also consisting of Minyun Mydalar and Annalyn. But she is set and ready to go. And here comes her opponent, current holder of the belt. She is a Fauna master of the Seder School of Martial Arts, here to prove her superiority and the superiority of that combat style. She is very much an MMA style combatant and wrestler, and that has proved good for her as she now holds the Hunter's Mark. Defeated Bill Sanders, who is doing for her third attempt at bearing the mark. Now she has the belt around her waist. Her second defense. Just opened the second of four. But in order to do that, she's got to get past Annabelle Duke. And this is the belt they're competing for tonight. This is the Women's Hunter's Mark. Back to you, Alicia.
Introducing the challenger from the east side, Annabelle Duke.
All right.
And her opponent from Avalon, the Women's Internet Fighting Champion, Lori Anna.
Moves the belt proudly up for everyone to see. Ref takes the belt, shows it to the opponent. Now we'll hold it up for all the crowd to see. Our first of two title matches here tonight, and it looks like we are set. Annabelle's ready to go. Lorana staying loose. Here's the bell, and here we go. And Lorana goes right after Annabelle. Quick strike in as the waist lock hooked in. Annabelle powers her way out and reverses it. And now rolls her over into a schoolgirl roll up for a pin, but only gets maybe a 1 count. Wraps her up, pulls her up to her feet. Hooks her up, tries to go for suplex, but no. Lorana blocks it. Collar elbow hook up. And Lorana pushes Annabelle Dukes into the ropes. Ref forces a clean break, and he gets one. Lorana comes right back in, goes right after. They hook up again. And now Annabelle Dukes has a headlock going. But she's got it locked in pretty good there. Wraps it around over into a hammerlock onto the arm, trying to force her down to her knees. Lorana fighting it off. Goes down to one knee. Now gets back up to her feet. Trying to get that vertical base reestablished. And a nice little leg sweep trip there by Annabelle Dukes. Goes for a quick pin. But only a 1 count. Big forearm strike there. Now just slaps her upside the head. No respect there at all. Lorana slowly gets back up to her feet. Annabelle hooks her up into the ropes. Big running clothesline. Flips her over into the ropes again, and a shin kick to the face. Now hooks the leg again. But again, only a 1 count. Kick to the back. It's all Annabelle right now. Now some just good old-fashioned ground and pound onto the mat. Big stomp. Pulls her up. Tries to figure out where she wants to run. Can't seem to quite make up her mind. Now pulls her up to her feet. Quick kick to the gut. Knife edge chop followed by a nice drop kick, and now she's going to go up top. Big leaping elbow. Nails it. Lights go out. What's going on here? That would be Varja's entrance music. What's Varja doing here inside the ring? She goes after Annabelle, wraps her up. She's going to hit the Gladius on her. And now she sneaks out of the ring before the ref can see. Can Lorana take advantage? Lorana is still down. Annabelle Dukes is out. And it's Annabelle Dukes getting to her feet first. Now Lorana rolls up. Another strike by Annabelle Dukes. Whip into the ropes. Drops down. Went for a move and misses. Still gets the strikes in. Lorana blocks. Gets one in on her own. And now hard into the turnbuckle. Runs out. Admonishes Annabelle Dukes. And now runs in. Big flying forearm shot. Pulls her up, and she's got the Satyr lock put in. trying to get the submission. Annabelle Duke's struggling to get free. She gets to her feet. Pulls her up and the slam down. Who's going to take the initiative here as they both get up to their feet? They hook up. Annabelle hooks her up on the shoulder. And Lorana has just rolled snake eyes right into the turnbuckle. Big foot right onto the neck and chin there of Lorana. Big stomp to the chest again. Now a kick to the side. Lorana slowly getting up to her feet. Hook up into the ropes, up and over the ropes, onto the Eldritch Blast safety mats. Goes right after her. She knows that she cannot win the belt by a countout. Going for the shoulders, arm stretch, pulling on that shoulder. Flips her over. Jew rake across the face, rolls her over again. Pulls her up, drop kick right to the back. Count goes to 3. Now hard over towards the corner. Big leg drop. Another stomp. Pulls her up, has the leg scissors hooked in, and now an elbow right to the top of the head. Count goes to 6. Annabelle taking her down towards the ring, throws her in, avoiding the count out. Waiting for her to get up to her feet. It hits her with the last word. The punch right to the chin. 1, 2, and this is over. Lorana's reign ends, and now Fatal Attraction has their first belt. It is the Hunter's Mark.
Women's Internet Fighting Champion, Annabelle Duke.
Hard-fought victory, but won nonetheless by Annabelle Dukes. She is now our current bearer of the Women's Hunter's Mark. Holding the belt up proudly. I believe this might be her first time bearing the mark, if memory serves me correct. Good matchup there, and now we will go back to more men's tag team action as we have the Back Alley Boys, Ethan Drake and Pierce Lincoln, going up against Lionel Hawk, Zebulon Banks. They are the Brotherhood of Cthulhu, former men's tag team Knights of the Realm champions. Would love to do nothing more than to earn a title shot to get those belts back. Meanwhile, the Back Alley Boys want to continue their improvement and show that they are worthy of earning a title shot against our current tag team champions, the Kobolds in the trench coat. But let's head back to Diet Water Arena and see how this one comes out. Coming out first, Ethan Drake along with Pierce Lincoln. They are the Back Alley Boys.
Is a tag team match scheduled for one fall, making their way to the ring at a combined weight of 430 pounds. Ethan Drake and the Enforcer, Pierce Lincoln, the Hooligan.
All right, Ethan Drake is your standard noir street thug, fancies himself to be the Prince of the Boulevard. Pierce Lincoln is his enforcer. But this isn't the case of the little guy with his big guy to beat the people up. Ethan Drake showed us last year many times he is as solid a wrestler as they come. And now here come their opponents. True Believers and Crusaders for the Great Old One. Lionel Hawk, Zebulon Banks. They are the Brotherhood of Cthulhu.
And their opponents at a combined weight of 450 pounds, Leon L. Hawkins and the Chosen One, the Brotherhood.
Making their way down towards the ring. Their goal simply to bring Grappler's Keep and all of the world into worship and obedience to the Great Old One. Last year, most of the season held a very impressive Tag Team Championship run, only to lose it in amazing fashion to the Kobolds in what was considered to be the upset of the year. Lionel raises his arms once again, trying to sanctify as only they can the inside of the dice tray. First sanctified, and now Zebulon Banks will purify. Here we go. It'll be Ethan Drake starting off against Lionel Hawk. Here's the bell, and here we go. Tag team action. And Ethan Drake wasting no time, just bowls Lionel over, going right for the old ground and pound. Not wasting any time there. Pulls him up by the arms. Nasty knee shot right there. And just keeps the punches and strikes going. Went for a spinning back fist, looked like he missed there, but he keeps up the attack. Lionel tries to grab the leg, but Ethan just too quick. Now gets a quick knee and gets some kicks in of his own. Quick snap there, right into a nice shotgun drop kick. It's over, misses with the senton of swords. Ethan Drake taking advantage, gets the kicks going, pulls him up to his feet. Hard whip into the corner. Not the part of town Lionel wants to be in. There's the tag, and here comes Pierce Lincoln. Free shot to the gut, and continues with the onslaught. Back Alley Boys being very aggressive early, has the wrist lock going. And now Pierce goes up top. Big elbow shot from the top rope, hooks the leg before the pin. Zebulon coming in for the save. Hard whip again into the corner. Another quick tag. Looks like they're going to try to keep Lionel isolated as much as they can. Double axe handle onto the unprotected arm. Scoops him up. No. Nice reversal by Lionel. Hits an inverted DDT. Pulls Ethan up to his feet. Hard whip into the corner.
That's a good tag.
Here's the tag, and Zebulon Banks comes in. Double whip into the ropes. Double elbow shot. Now Zebulon takes over, grabs the legs, but Ethan kicks him off. Springboard moonsault, nails it, hooks the leg. Only a 1 count, but sends the message. Pulls him up to his feet once again. Hard whip into the corner. Quick tag. Pierce Lincoln comes back in again, double whip into the ropes. And a huge double back body drop. Pierce takes over. Foot on the gut, just squeezing the air out of Zebulon. Into the ropes. Leaping elbow drop. The Back Alley Boys have a lot of good offense going here now. Has him hooked up, going for a submission hold here. Kind of an inverted triangle. But Zebulon rolls out. Now tries to take advantage. Big drop right onto the leg of Pierce. Another knee drop onto the knee. Pulls him up to his feet. Hard whip into the corner, but runs into an elbow of Zebulon. Lionel tries to get a shot in, but misses. Double hook. Nice double hook suplex, bridging into a pin. Zebulon gets out at 2. Both teams tag. Ethan comes in, and so does Lionel. Zebulon still out. Lionel used him as a shield, but there's that big spinning back fist of Ethan Drake. Waits for Lionel to get up. Leaps over. He goes after Zebulon instead of Lionel. Drop and kick to the back. Now goes after Lionel. Has him by the back of the neck. Puts him on the ropes. Throws him through. Is he going to do it? It looks like he's going to go for a suicide drop. Nope, goes for the drop kick instead. Zebulon almost was a shield there. I don't think he saw it coming. Big series of kicks by Ethan Drake on the Lionel there outside the ring on the Eldritch Blast safety mats. Throws him back inside the ring. Beats the count easily. Pulls Lionel up to his feet. Big forearm strike there. Goes in for a move there. Lionel was ready though. Nice sling blade. Quick tag, and in comes Zebulon Banks. Ethan gets back up to his feet. Big series of blows here. Shot to the gut. Schoolboy roll up. But Ethan reverses it as the shoulder's down. But Zebulon kicks out. Ethan pulls him up to his feet. Quick knee strike. Nice catch there by Zebulon. Kick to the back of the leg. And now up all the way across town into the corner.
There's the tag.
Quick tag. Got him out. We're going to have a missile strike here. Big shoulder block from the top rope. Ethan rolls outside the ring. Lionel goes out the other side as Ethan tries to recover and sees him coming. Gets the shot to the gut. Now one right to the jaw, and down goes Lionel. That one struck clean. And now brings him over. Throws him back in. Rolls under the bottom rope. Lionel rolls away, but a quick strike there. Has him by the gut, and going to go for a little shoulder drop. Lionel breaks it out. Instead, Lionel hits him with an elbow drop to the chest. Waits for him to get up. Has him wrapped up again. Hits the great old drop. Hooks the leg for the pin. But out of nowhere, there's Pierce for the save. Lionel goes after Pierce, throws him up and over the top rope. Blatant choke now by Lionel onto Ethan. Has to break by the 5 and does. Big stomp there. Pulls him up to his feet. Ethan gets free. Gets some shots in of his own. Wraps him up. Snap suplex. Goes for the pin. But only a 1 count. Lionel looks for the tag and gets it. In comes Zebulon Banks. Wraps him up. And he's locking in the vice. The tentacle vice is locked in, trying to make him submit. Breaks the hold for whatever reason. Elbow drop. Now goes for the pin. And just too much. Ethan didn't have enough. And the victory goes to the Brotherhood of Cthulhu.
Leon L. Hawkins and the chosen one, the Brotherhood.
They take to the center once again. Purify the ring one more time. Another tag team sacrifice to the Great Old One and the Brotherhood of Cthulhu. All right, now we have women's singles action again. We got Feline Locke. We improved her look a little bit. Some things didn't quite look right. So a few weeks back, we did a stream where we did some repairs on people. And we did a bit of work on Feline, and I think she looks a lot better now. Let's see if, of course, looks don't necessarily mean anything in the ring, as she will have her hands full with former women's champion Goldie Boone, with her manager Wandering Silence in her corner backing her up. How do you become a manager here in Grappler's Keep? Well, that's quite easy. A tier 1 subscription to the channel. You can be a manager of either a tag team or a singles wrestler of your choice. If you go to tier 2, then you get to become a manager of your own faction. You can select up to 4 to 5 people, multiple mix of the genders as well. But before we go any further, I'm sorry, Boxy J, that you would happen to do something like that, because you have invoked the wrath of Virgil, and he has gotten out the band spatula for you, whoever you are. So you shall be splatted, Boxy J, and we shall say bye-bye. The band spatula has been used. And now we can return to your regularly scheduled Grappler's Keep. So, as I said, if you go tier 2, then you can create your own faction, like some of the factions I've already created here: the Triangle, Team Chemo, Fatal Attraction, and the new one, the Disciples, such as that. If you go all the way up to tier 3, you don't become a manager. You can become a wrestler here in Grappler's Keep. We will create a wrestling character based on whatever look and style you want, whichever genre you want to be from, and we can go from there. So Wandering Silence is a subscriber, and he has chosen to be the manager for Goldie Boone, so he is going to be there ringside with her as well. And with that, let's go back to Diet Water Arena. Yep, let's go, Goldie, says Wandering Silence.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Russia, Frost the Queen.
All right, Feline Locke out of the superhero realm. She's the queen of the Frost realm. It said the only place on her not cold is her heart, but sometimes she can be kind of cold-hearted there inside the ring. Done some improvements to her look, and I think she looks a lot better now. Let's see if that can translate into a win. She will have her hands full with her opponent tonight. Trying to get the crowd going. She has gathered a good fan base in the past year. Looks like she is set and ready to go. They come out of the weird Wild West. Goldie Boone, her manager, Wandering Silence.
The Wanderer, Cole Cassidy, representing the good guys from Carson City, Nevada. Goldie Boone.
All right, her family ranch was destroyed by a bunch of desperados led by Curtis the Pistol Powell and Bill Sanders. He was part of the posse that chased them. She and 3 others were caught into a time vortex and deposited here in Grappler's Keep. She's trying to find her way back home, as the others are as well. Until then, she is here in Grappler's Keep. Wandering Silence there at her side. Halfway through the season last year, became her manager and has helped turn her around. And now everyone looks set. Goldie's ready to go. Here's the bell, and here we go. And Goldie rushes in, but Feline gets the advantage, gets some strikes in. Wandering Silence can't like the way this is starting so far. And locked in there. Collar elbow hookup. Goldie pushes Feline Locke into the ropes. Ref's going to try to get a clean break. And she does. Goldie comes right in with a shot to the gut. Wraps her up again, and now hard whip into the corner. Big running forearm shot. Throws her out. And a big clubbing forearm from behind. Pulls her up. Knee breaker right into the mat. Pulls her up by the arm. Sit down strike on the shoulder. Now big stomp to the back. Goldie's going right after Feline here. Pulls her up into the ropes. Neck snap. There's Feline to get up to her feet. She does. Comes right after her. Some big strikes here. Chases her down. Feline kicks her way free. Comes with some strikes of her own. Wraps her up. Kind of a boosted suplex there. Pulls her up. Goldie elbows her way free. Goes for an elbow shot. Misses. Collar elbow hook up instead. Now, Feline has her in the waist lock. Trying to slow Goldie down. Goldie trying to get some momentum, get free. Around. Now Feline breaks it. Goes right for the headlock. Throws her down onto her back. Pulls her up. Looks like she snuck some sort of shot in there when she went for the headstand. Into the ropes. Leaping elbow but misses. Goldie gets out of the way. Now goes right after. Quick kick there. Wraps her up. And looks like she's going to go for a buckle bomb. Face first. And Goldie goes right after her. Wandering in silence, cheering her on. She breaks before the 5 count. Flips her over. Goes for the pin right in front of her manager. But kicks out at 2. Plenty of shock, but not enough awe. Rolls her over. Pulls her up. Big spinning discus shot there. He's going to go upstairs. Waits for Feline to get to her feet. Launches a body press right off the top of the rope. Feline rolling to the corner. Goldie chasing her down. Gets an elbow in on Goldie, catches her by surprise. Big, massive forearm strike there. Now a hard whip into the ropes. Nice little hip toss maneuver there. Big series of strikes. Wraps her up. Boxes the ears. Big momentum swing, throws her down. Wandering silence, can't like what he's seeing here. Now just smacks her up back of the head. Going for the arm bar. But Goldie smartly gets the arm in there for the break, but a big running clothesline by Feline, who now is going up top as well. Waiting for Goldie to get to her feet. Body splash of her own. Hooks the leg for the pin. But only a 1 count. Pulls Goldie up to her feet. Big forearm, massive strikes there. That one knocks her all the way down. Feline going up top again. Calling her shot. Big elbow drop. Hooks the leg. Goes for the pin. But Goldie kicks out at 2. Feline thought she had it there. Waiting for Goldie to get to her feet. There's quick kicks, wrapping her up. She goes for the avalanche, hits it. Hooks the leg for the pin. But Goldie kicks out again. He's cowgirl tough, into the ropes. Elbow drop once again. Grabs by the leg, kick right behind the knee. Tries to grab both legs, but Goldie pushes her off. Walks right into a quick kick by Feline. Holding the arm down, now has the foot on it. Big stomp on the hand, another stomp, another. Goldie was about to get some momentum there, only gets stopped by Feline, but now here comes Goldie back again. Scoops her up on the shoulder, drops her right onto the rope. You see Wandering Silence encouraging her on. Slams the arm down. Pulls her up, and now the ground and pound begins. Don't make the cowgirl mad. Feline rolls out of the ring. Goldie chases her down. Feline waiting for her. Forearm shot to the back, now to the face. Slams her down onto the Eldritch Blast safety mats, almost hitting the ring apron. Throws her into the ring post. Pulls her up to her feet, kick to the gut, big series of strikes. Another elbow to the face. Throws her down towards the corner. Runs along the apron, she's going upstairs. Goldie gets up, misses with the body press. Goldie taking advantage with some stomps. Waits for Feline to get up. Goes for the double axe handle and misses. Feline trying to get back into the ring, as does Goldie. Feline there waiting for her. Feline's got her by the back of the neck. Nope, Goldie interrupts, elbows her way free. Has her up, hard whip into the ropes, drops down, leapfrogs over. Big elbow shot. Hooks the leg, goes for the pin. But only a 1 count. Goldie gets the strikes going, wraps her up. Big fist right to the face. Wrist lock from behind and over the shoulder drop. Goldie's going upstairs. We may see that big elbow. She's calling the shot. Mocking Feline, hits the elbow. Hooks the leg for the pin again. This might be it. No, kicks out at 2. Goldie waiting for Feline to get to her feet. Quick kick, wraps her up. Look like she's going for a power bomb, but no, Feline punches her way free. Hard whip into the ropes. Shoulder block goes nowhere, but right into a suplex by Feline. Wandering silence there, encouraging Goldie. Goldie, as Feline waiting for her to get quick kick. Wraps her up, she's gonna go for the avalanche again, right there in front of Wandering Silence. Hooks the leg. This might be it. No, Goldie kicks out. Big stomp to the face. Walks into a quick kick from Goldie. Goldie goes for a stomp and misses. Feline still has control. Nope. Goldie elbowing herself free once again. Wraps her up. Whip into the ropes. Nice hip toss. Big stomp to the back. Slowly pulls her up. Into the ropes. Running double axe handle right to the back of the head. Pulls her up. Wraps her up. Hits the bolt, hits the goat roper. Hooks the leg for the pin. Will this finish it? It does! Cowgirl Perseverance holds out.
Here's your winner, Goldie.
Big chest bump for Wandering Silence and Goldie Boone. As Feline watches on, stunned, she thought she had the match all wrapped up. Just holding on to the rope there, watching. As Wandering Silence and Goldie Boone celebrate a big victory. 3.5 stars. That was a good one. Let me grab my script card here. Now we have another women's match. This will be for a tag team variety. We have Thrill and Chill, former women's tag team champions. We have multiple champions in this one. Both of these tag teams, Thrill and Chill and Paws and Claws, are former Queens of the Realm tag team champions here. So this should be an interesting matchup to see how this one goes. Both would love shots to get their belts back, currently held by the team we saw earlier tonight, Anarchy. So let's head right back to Diet Water Arena and keep all this great action going. Yep, I heard a rustling chair there. One of the announcers must have had to make some adjustments. Coming out first is Thrill and Chill. Charity Philpott, Chastity York. We're not getting an intro from the announcer on this one for some reason.
The following contest
here we are.
is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, the Demon Hunter and the Prodigy, the Thrill Seekers.
All right, they are out of the noir and steampunk realms. Charity Philpott, modern Victorian woman fighting the evils within the world, and her cousin Chastity can fix or repair anything, even a match. Here come their opponents. Our fun-loving tabaxi twin duo here.
And their opponents, adorable Kitty and Tiger Girl. Team Paws.
Dasha and Jiashi, they are paws and claws. Former tag team champs. We'd love to get a chance to earn those belts back. Just two tabaxi girls that love to have fun, especially inside the ring. Looks like they are ready to go as well. It's going to be Charity Philpott first, going up against Adasha. These two have met before, and Charity goes right after Adasha. But nice counter move there by Adasha, knowing her opponent. Dodged that big sweeping kick, got her down. Now hard into the corner she goes. Knee to the back of the leg, now forearm to the back. But retaliation by Charity, getting her strikes in. And now just has her by the forehead, pulling backwards. It's got to be crazy on the neck. Now just slaps her upside the face, and with that, she will tag in her cousin, and here comes Chastity York. Slams the arm down. Wrapping the arm around the leg and pulling back on the wrist. Losing danger of the arm, but Adasha gets right back up. Strikes all over the place, wraps her up, and going for a suplex. Showing some core strength here. As she has her up, and now the release, and down goes Chastity. Hooks the leg, goes for the pin. Pulls her up to her feet hard, whip into the corner. Goes for a strike, but no. Chastity gets the elbow in first. Leaping forearm strike right there. Quick tag, in comes Jiashi. Chastity had something planned, but now here comes Jiashi with some strikes of her own. Has her by the arm, jerking that shoulder, whipping it around. Nice little slam there as Adasha's finally leaving the ring. Elbow drop misses as Charity rolls free. Now she comes after Jiashi, hooks her up, double hook. Nice double hook suplex. Works her way around, pulls her up to her feet. Has her by the arm, hammer locks it. Nice. Inverted. Okay, it's kind of an inverted fisherman's DDT there. Pulls her up. Big series of strikes and kicks. Finishing with a massive clothesline, celebrates, but allows Jiashi to get free, and here comes Adasha. Goes for the dive on. Jiashi misses, giving Adasha time, and she's hooking her up. She's going right for the scratching post here, trying to get the submission move locked in. Trying to get her submit, and here comes Charity for the save. Considered tagging, but now stays in there now. Nice lariat there by Chastity, and now she will tag and bring in Charity, her cousin. Goes after her. Hard whip into the ropes. Drops down. Big kick right to the knee. Slams the arm down hard. She's going to go up top. Big double stomp right to the chest. Measures her out. Drop kick right to the back. Another double stomp to the gut. Big knee shot. And with that, she will tag. Bring in the cousin. Adasha pops up to her feet. And now has Charity by the back of the hair and hard into the turnbuckle. Pulls her out, throws her hard into it again. Forearm to the back, another forearm or elbow to the back, another. Pulls her out, spins her around. It's around, has her hooked up. Suplex right, boosted suplex right into the corner. Right in the turnbuckle, she goes up top. Big elbow drop from the top rope. And she will not keep on going. She will tag. Bring in Jiashi. Big stomp to the arm. Waits for her to get up, pulls her up, and slams her face down again. Now she goes up top. Waits for Chastity to get to her feet. Leaping drop kick right from the top. Jiashi prevents her from getting to the tag. Stomp right on the ankle. Gets up and comes in with a big running clothesline. Jiashi rolls out of the ring. Now comes back in. And she's going to lock the lever in. Trying for the submission. Adasha comes in for the save. Gets a basement drop kick in before the ref can chase her out. Both down. Charity up to her feet first. Comes right after Jiashi again. Big series of strikes. Nice suplex right towards the corner. And with that, she'll bring in Charity. Jiashi ready. Kick to the gut. Caught her by surprise. Gliding drop kick to the side of the head. And now some big stomps going. Rolls over, gets the double knees to the gut, tries to grab her by the legs, but now Charity goes for something. Nope. Rolls her over. Almost like an inside cradle. For all you amateur wrestling fans.